Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Edmonton. Thank you for being here on a almost really nice warm day, but not quite. I thought it was going to snow yesterday. Oh my goodness. My name is Reverend Rosemary Morrison, and it is my pleasure and honor to be your minister here until the end of this church year. So we're going to make the most of it. So I'm really glad to be here, and thank you to all of you who came on a May long weekend. It's May long, as we say in Canada. And welcome to those online and to anyone in the future that may be watching us on YouTube. We're so glad you're here. And thank you to all of the folks that are making this service possible. So we're one of two Unitarian congregations in Edmonton, here at downtown, Unitarian Church of Edmonton, and then Westwood Unitarians in the Park Allen district over on the other side of the river. Now, we did a whole bunch of stuff last week. A bunch of people went to Southminster Steinhauser, which is now called Spiritual Seekers United in Community. And then we also had the Westwoodians come and join us last week for Attorney Tony Turner, a chance to hear Tony again after hearing him in concert last Saturday night. So we were delighted to work together. I really enjoyed working with them, and I hope that more events can happen in collaboration with Westwood. Some really lovely folk over there as well as here, and I think you can all be friends. Unitarian Universalism invites us all to discover what is true and meaningful for us individually, while asking us to be in covenant with one another and to live out our really important principles. There are many things going on here, and I would like to draw your attention to the next thing that's happening, and that is that our Minister Emeritus, Reverend Brian Kiley, is going to be doing what we're calling the deep dive into Unitarian principles. I'm going to put my head mic on so that maybe that'll stop. And so that will happen in the boardroom. And if you are staying for that, I hope you brought a little bit of a bite to eat. We're not providing food, but there are some muffins and things. If you're starving, let me know. If you need a snack before you go into that, I have some snacks, believe it or not. So now, the last week of this month, of each month, we normally meet for UU's on Tap the last Wednesday of the month over at 3 Vikings. I'm going to be in Victoria for a training, so I am going to need a host for that. And normally I don't have a UU's on Tap in June, but I will. We'll have one last one in June, which I will be in attendance to kind of in the middle of June, and I will make that announcement right away. As we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 land. We are privileged to call this place home. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm walking the river valley, I think about what it might have been like before we got here, us settlers got here. Not everyone is a settler, but I wanted to define that people like me that are settlers before we got here. Well, can you imagine what it was like, that river valley? Just think about it. It must have been absolutely fantastic. That river valley and that river for thousands and thousands of years, brought people together to meet, to celebrate, to feast, to trade, to all kinds, who knows, right? Just to have ritual and ceremony. And we are privileged to be on this land that was their home. May we be good stewards of the land and good neighbors to all who live here. So now I ask you to take a deep breath with me, maybe do a little wiggle. Turn off your devices, anything that goes beep in the night. It's funny, even if you say that, somebody's cell phone always makes a noise, right? It's like really, really uncanny. Oh, it couldn't be me. Yeah, but I leave my phone in my office because it would have been me. I would have been the one. So settle in and let this short time we have together nurture your heart and soul. And I forgot to ask for announcements, and I know that Lynn has one, if you'd like to come up before our prelude. And Rosemary has one. Okay, right.
Good morning. I'm Lynn Turvey, pronoun she, her, and I'm the UC president this year. I want to share some thoughts with you about Reverend Rosemary's recent resignation. The change in circumstances will, of course, mean work ahead for UCE, but it also represents an opportunity for reflection and renewal, just as Reverend Rosemary alluded to in her May newsletter piece. UCE has a strong foundation built on decades of working together, weathering many changes, and coming out even stronger. Reverend Rosemary's been with us for 5 years, and during that time we've seen new members join, we've seen teams formed and flourishing. And we have a positive momentum. And that momentum won't change with your support as a strong congregation. We have embarked on a strategic planning process. We had started that earlier. But of course, that work will continue at an accelerated pace now. And you will have an opportunity to provide your input to a path forward. And you'll hear more about that in the coming weeks from the board and from the governance advisory team. In the meantime, Reverend Rosemary will be with us until the end of June and will help us through the transition as much as she can. But I have every confidence that our love and commitment to this community will ensure that our chalice will shine ever brightly into the future. And I will be available for comments if you have, or questions or further discussion if you wish after the service. So thank you very much.
In a way, this is about Unitarian principles, which is that when I give my word, I try to keep it. So at the yard sale, somebody saw me reading these books and said, when you finish them, could you give them to me? And I said, sure, but it was you. Thank you.
Also, I wanted to mention regarding my resignation that I am going to set aside a lot of time in June for anyone that would like to have a one-on-one with me before I go. So there'll be lots of, I think what I'll do is I'll put a flip chart paper out in the vestibule starting the last week on the 31st of June, and with some time slots, and you can sign up for those. I've had a lot of requests for some conversation, and I'm afraid that I didn't write those down. So if you've asked me for a time, please sign up. I remember Audrey did, and Rosemary, but that's it. And I know there are more. So please, please sign up. Another deep breath. And I invite Karen to start us off with a prelude, please. And before we light our chalice, I would like you to give Chandra and Iyer a warm welcome. Chandra will be talking about Hinduism today and leading us in some rituals. Thank you for being here. And I would like to invite Pauline to come up and light our chalice, please. Pauline does the Soul Matters program, and if you're curious about it more, please attend next week's service. Pauline and Alara will be providing the service on the Soul Matters small group ministries. We gather as a community of spiritual seekers, always ready to awaken each other's curiosity in this beautiful, challenging, and complex world. May we enter our worship today with open minds, warm hearts, and spirits entranced. I love that word, entranced with possibility of healing, of hope, of transformation, of justice. Come, let us worship together. And we will sing our first hymn, Gathered Here in the Mystery of the Hour. And I invite you to rise in body or in spirit. We're going to do it in a round, but we'll sing it through twice, and then we'll sing it through twice as a round. And John, keep my mic on, please. Thank you. In that spirit, I invite us to greet our neighbors, greet the folks online. Make sure you wave to them as you greet your neighbors, and yes, go for it. Find a new friend. Wave to the people. Wave to the people online.
She played the Raghupati Raghava, the Prelude.
Oh.
I was in tears.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm going to share that in my church. I'm going to be talking about it.
That's lovely.
So where you
I have the microwave. I can make you be good and sit down. What did I say, microwave or microphone? I said microwave, didn't I? Yeah, no. This is not a microwave. Yeah, it's funny what the brain does. Our community is entirely self-governing and self-supporting. One of the privileges of our free church tradition is to provide all the financial support for our many ministries from among ourselves. What a privilege to share in our abundance. If I could ask the ushers to begin to take up the collection. Generosity, therefore, is one of the spiritual values we recognize as central to our personal and institutional well-being. In addition to supporting this church community, we also make a monthly donation commitment beyond our walls. 1/2 of the unidentified cash in the collection plate that is received is given to outside organizations. Some are local, some national, some international. For the month of May, we are sharing our abundance with YESS, Y-E-S-S, Youth Empowerment and Support Services. I'd like to tell you a little bit about this charity while the offering is being collected. Youth Empowerment and Support Services Center is a 24/7 single point of access to immediate and low barrier physical, mental, cultural, and emotional health supports, and a safe place to stay for youth aged 15 to 21. These are youth who are experiencing crisis in the greater Edmonton area. The Youth Support Center also hosts other day programs, learnings, classes, workshops, and clinics to help those who are 15 to 24 get the help that they need. Thank you. If you wish to have a tax receipt with your gift, there's envelopes on the back wall. You please use that envelope found there if you wish to have the receipt. And don't forget to put your contact information there. So I would like to invite you to sing From You I Receive as the offering is brought forward. I turned that off so that you wouldn't hear me sing. This month we are talking about curiosity. And one of the curiosities I had as I began this church year was what would be a fun sermon series or message series, whatever you want to call it. And I decided that I would really like to explore some of the other world religions, the faith traditions. And so that's what we have been doing these last 5 or 6 months, starting in January, and we started with our very own Unitarianism. And when did that start? And then we talked about Buddhism, and then we talked about Sikhism. That was really interesting. And the reason I chose that is because I was taking an Uber to a concert, and the Uber driver was very curious that I was going to a church on a Sunday night. What are you doing there? He wanted to know. We had already chatted a bit, so it wasn't abrupt. And I said, I'm going to a concert. Is it a Christian concert? This is a Christian church? No, just a community concert. And we talked about religion, and this young man was a Sikh. And so we started talking about Sikhism, and I went, oh, we started talking, and we found all this amazing common ground between Sikhism and our Unitarian Universalism. So, and that's the other thing that I've been really excited about, is finding out all of those common grounds between the different religions. and Judaism. Did I miss one? No, I think that's all. And now this month we're going to be talking about Hinduism. And so I'm very curious and excited to hear about what Chandran has to say. One thing I wanted to add to about my departure is that, and to add to Lynn's reassurance, ministers come and go, right? And oftentimes, with a lot more frequency than you've experienced, so it seems like really rushed. But 5 years is an average length of stay for a minister. It's a little longer than the average, actually. But regardless of that, I just want to let you know that it's not me that makes you. You make you, right? You're the church. The ministers come and go. And what you have isn't going to change just because I move on. So I just wanted to add that reassurance that you've got a lot of strength here, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. And I'm here to the end of June, and on holidays in July and August, but am open to having a visit in the summer as well, if we can't find some time in before the end of June. That's about all I've got for my service leader reflection, because I want to leave lots of time for Chandran to do his presentation. So I invite you to join with me in a Hindu responsive reading, 611 in our book, in our gray book. And I'm just pulling it up so that I can see, as well as you. I will read the beginning or the straight letters, and you'll read the ones that have the dashes in front of them. Brahman. I am the self that dwells in the heart of every mortal creature. I am the beginning, the lifespan, and the end of all.
I am the radiant sun among the light givers. I am the mind. I am the consciousness in the living.
I am death that snatches all. I also am the source of all that shall be born.
I am time without end. I am the sustainer. My face is everywhere.
I am the beginning, the middle, and the end in creation. I am the knowledge of all things spiritual.
I am glory, prosperity, beautiful speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and forgiveness.
I am the divine seed of all lives. In this world, nothing animate or inanimate exists without me.
I am the strength of the strong. I am the purity of the good.
I am the knowledge of the knower. There is no limit to my divine manifestations. Whatever in this world is powerful, beautiful, or glorious, that you may know to have come forth from a fraction of my power and my glory. Hymn number 128, For All That Is Our Life. I invite you to rise in body or in spirit to sing together this song.
Thank you.
As is our custom at every Sunday service and at other times as well, we light candles of joy and concern. We light them because, well, we're human and we have stuff, lots of stuff, right? Lots of things that happen to us, lots of things that we create, lots of things we're happy about, lots of things that are a surprise or a heartache, or your heart gets broken. And so we know that an outward manifestation of these inward and human experiences is a gift to give ourselves. So the tables are open. I invite you to light candles of joy or concern. Thank you. As Karen finishes the last of these beautiful strains of music, I invite Louise Cherich to light our last candle, representing all those joys and concerns that may not even yet be apparent to us. We hold each other in love and care, for that is what we do when we are in community. We care about one another, we show up for one another, and we are blessed. Thank you. Sing another hymn. Our world is one world. I chose this one because it is, isn't it? We're just people all over the globe, thinking about things in different ways, but we're all humans, so it's all kind of the same. Our world is one world. I invite you to rise in body or in spirit to sing this song. I would like to invite Chandra Nair up to give us some words and music regarding his religion, Hinduism.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. When she's leaving, they brought me to speak about Hinduism. What a great pleasure on this long weekend. You all made some time to be here, and it's my great pleasure to address to you all to speak about the Hinduism. So in the next 4 hours, that's not enough though. Maybe 4 lives. So I have given a little bit of 20 minutes time to address you all to speak about the Hinduism, which I'm going to be doing with some of the PowerPoint presentations. I will be giving a demo of the Vedic chant, the holy mantras, and also one short singing kirtan, what we call it as bhajan, where we put everything together in our mind, thoughts, words, and deeds, and sing it to the Lord. And that's all the things that's going to happen in the next 20 minutes. All right, so we'll start with Om 3 times, and I'm going to give the key. And first of all, my thanks to Karen, for playing the Raghupati Raghava Rajaram. I was in tears when she did that. It was such a beautiful song. And that's one of the songs that Mahatma Gandhi sang when he was walking his final journey and before he got assassinated. No, you're not going to get assassinated or anything. It's just the song is such a beautiful one. And I'm going to start with the 3 times Om. As long as you can do that. I will help you out with that, with the key, and then I'll explain the meaning of that. So we'll go to the next slide. Thank you so much. Hinduism, the word Om has a very special meaning. When we sing that Om, it's not coming from our heart or the mouth, it's coming from our navel. So it's spelled as O-M or A-U-M, Om. A stands for Almighty, U stands for Universe, and M stands for Mankind. That is the acronym I put together. So when we do the 3 times Om, we are praying for the creation, sustenance, and dissolution, past, present, and future, thoughts, words, and deeds, body, mind, and intellect, and unity, purity, and divinity, that we say our prayers to them by saying the word Om. All right? So go to the next slide. This is the symbol that we have for Om. The top portion represents the transcendental state, and the middle, the crescent, is the illusion, which we call it as a Maya. Everything is happening, but it's not happening. It's the Maya that we are going through. In this world of distraction and of illusion, we chant the word Om to get back to normal. And the third one is the unconscious state and the waking state, and the dreaming state is what the 3 represents. And altogether, the word Om will give us the purification of thoughts, words, and deeds in our mind. All right? So go to the next slide. So I'm welcoming you all. Good morning and humble salutations to each and everyone, my friendly neighbors, and Reverend Rosemary, and my friendly brother Jeff, who is the person who connected us with this Unitarian church. And I'm a member of a special church on White Avenue called as the Sri Satya Sai Baba Center of Edmonton, which is very special with the multi-faith prayers that we do there. And they are starting their prayer at noon, and I'm going to be joining there. And when I do that, I'm going to be talking about this, all there. So it's all coming together. It's a double Zoom going on here. All right, so I'm giving you the discourse on Hinduism. It's a religion, it's a belief, a faith, and we have a lot of rituals that we do. If we understand the ritual, what we are doing, that becomes spiritual. Then we get to know why we are doing, what we are doing, and how we have to do, and when we have to do. So we worship, we do the prayers, we read the scriptures, and we also sing along to bring, it's like a serial set, light set. When we light up all the 100 lights, it is so bright. So when 100 people sing together in unison, that will be a special effect when we do that. All right, now we go to the next slide where we put our hand together. This is the Namaste posture. Here we bring joining the 2 hands together, where we say, when joined in faith, it is the purest prayer that you are offering. All right? He's going to show it in the next slide. All right. So when, he's going to, yeah, there it is. When joined in faith, it is the purest prayer that we are offering. When folded in gratitude, it is the heartfelt thanks. When we bend down a little bit and say thank you. And the third one is when it is closed, when hands are closed in humility, it's the virtue of humanity. And when it is clasped in regret, when somewhere you hear the bad news or something is going on, It's my sincere apology or I'm sorry. All right? And the last one is, when it is held in silence, it is the deepest connection with you and yourself. Right? And I added to this one, when we put our hand together and when we are leaving, we say namaste. That's the acronym for no more stay. No more. I'm heading out. No more stay. All right, good. Now we're going to go to religion and devotion with transformation. It's all about the maturity, how we accept the religion. There is only one religion, the religion of love. There is only one language, the language of the heart. There is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There is only one law, the law of karma. And there is only one God who is omnipresent. That is the Brahman chanting, Brahman prayer that you all did. That's exactly the summary of this whole thing. There is only one God who is omnipresent. All right? In the next slide, we're going to say, Hinduism or any religion will let us do, life is a game, play it. Life is a challenge, meet it. Life is a dream, realize it. Life is a sacrifice, you offer it. Life is love, you enjoy it. That's what we say in the Lord's Prayer. Oh Lord, take my everything and let me be an instrument to work for Thee. So we work for the Lord, and life is a journey, travel through it. Why? Because the freedom comes with responsibility. I was in a retreat in Vancouver mission area, and there was a small tray with all the plants were growing, and they had a thing written on it, life is a garden, dig it. So our life is a garden, so we got to dig it and see where we were, what we were, how we were, why we are, and where we are now. All right, we go to the next one. Here it says, Helen Keller said, life is a banquet. If she says life is a banquet, I would say each religion is like a buffet table. You go to the table and take whatever you want. So it is the food for the body, food for the mind, and food for the spirit. That is where the spiritual education come together. So how we can do this is, only way to do this is the continuity is the secret of success. We go to the higher level on that. So let's take the religion, any religion as water. The water is a combination of the H2O. Like the water, then it becomes snow. Yesterday was the snow you said?
Pardon?
When was the snow you said?
I thought it was going to snow.
You thought, okay. So no snow. All right. Like the water, then it becomes snow, then it is ice, melt into water, then it's steam, then it becomes rain. The religion is all the same way, worshiping the same God in different forms. All right? That makes sense? Nations are many, which we said before. Nations are many, but earth is one. Beings are many, the breath is one. Stars are many, but sky is one. Oceans are many, water is one. Jewels are many, but gold is one. Appearance are many, but reality is one. Religions are many, but God is one. He's the one whom we are going to be worshiping, who is inside us. That's what we believe. When we light up the lamp, we bring that light into ourselves and purify everything in us. All right? So when we go to the next slide, there are 3 steps any religion will speak, and the Hinduism will say the same thing. Coming together is beginning. Staying together is progress. Working together is success. What are we coming together? What are we staying together? Here it is. We come together, coming together with body, thoughts in unity is the beginning. All right? Staying together in mind, words, and purity will let you go for progress. And working together with intellect, deeds, and the divinity is the success. We are all here for a mission. We have to do this together. Working together is success. All right? The next one says, religion will help us to realize, know thyself, who we are, where did we come from. When the child is born, we have a naming ceremony that we do, and on behalf of the child, the father will say, who am I? The child is asking through the father, who am I? Where did I come from? What are you going to call me as? that's the time they give a name, and they go into the right ear and the left ear, they whisper the name, and from that day onward, that baby will be called as Rama or Shiva, whatever it is. So he will get to know the form and the name and the title, everything. All right? So, the religion, Hindu religion, will give us the code of conduct, the principles of laws and the laws of karma, rules and regulations to follow, to be righteous. Dalai Lama always says, know the rule, understand the rule, follow the rule. Once you know all this, then you can bend the rule. So, how do we bend the rule? The only way to bend the rule is bend the body, mend the mind, and control the senses. Then we pay our tribute and gratitude to Dalai Lama by bending the rule that we have been given in the religion. All right? So all about Hinduism is the next slide that says God, God. According to the Hinduism, the Trinity or the triangle that we have is God stands for generator, operator, and destroyer of all our sins. All right? Who is none other than creator, protector, and destroyer. This morning when we came, we had a big statue picture of dancing Shiva. Why is he dancing? He's removing all, he's distracting all our bad thoughts, and that is what the demon whom he's stepping on in the dancing Shiva. So the creator is Brahma, Brahman we read about it, and protector is Vishnu, and Shiva is the destroyer of all our sins. As a protector, Vishnu came in different forms called as avatar. He came in the form of a fish, in the form of a boar, and he came in the form of Rama and Krishna and Buddha. All those are the forms of Vishnu, is called as avatar. The 10 avatar, the 10th one we are waiting for, is going to come on a white horse. So anytime you see the white horse, that's it. Okay, good. So Hinduism teaches about instead of getting and forgetting, one should be always giving and forgiving. And when we say giving and forgiving, we always give and forgive instead of getting and forgetting what they did to us, right? And Hinduism is a way of living, and it is an art of living. That's what the acronym stands for, AOL, art of living. All right, good. All right, now we go to the next slide where it says the 3 principles that the Hinduism teaches is love God. I always used to say I'm a God-fearing person, and somebody came and said, why do you fear God? You should love God. Then I realized when I read the book, it says, love God, fear the sin, and unity in diversity, which is exactly what we are doing today, is the Unitarian Church, where we all came together. All right? Good. Hinduism teaches from the unreal to the real, from darkness to the light, and from death to immortality. So we have to be matured enough to understand what is real and what is unreal. From form to the formless, seen to the unseen, known to the unknown. By giving a name and the form, we come up with a figure and a picture so we can connect with that idol or the ideals of that person, and we study deeply and study to be steady. You have to be steady. All right? The next slide says, what is God in Hinduism? First, we believe it's all about the stages that we go through in our life. When we are a child, we are taught something. When we become youth, we are taught something. And then we grow further, we start reading books, and we realize God has one form. And then we say God has many forms. Then we say all things is God. And finally we say God has no form because God is inside us in the form of the light. All right? One form, many forms, all forms, no form. The light you see in the dark of night is that of God in us. Right? Good. Today we have a song at our church. The man is singing, the light you see in the dark of night is going to be sung today in the church. All right. Prayer is the best medication. God is the best doctor. Holy hymns and verses that we chant here in Hinduism. There are so many books, so many things that we learn in Hinduism. And the holy language, the next slide will say, scriptures are like the mirror. When you are reading the scriptures, we realize what we did half hour ago is what is reflected in there. I've been reading the Daily Bread, the book that we get, the little books, and I've been reading that, and whatever I did in the last 4 or 5 hours is what is said in there. It's like the mirror that is reflecting all our actions. What we think, so we become. Body and mind, to realize beyond the spirit, is what the Hinduism says. To realize the spark of God in the soul, like I said, the light you see in the dark of night is that of God in man. Ancient language is called Sanskrit. And there is the second line, it says Sanskrit, but that is the way the Sanskrit is written, different alphabets, but I made it like that in the Photoshop or whatever the thing. And there is a little lotus underneath that. So Sanskrit is the language, and the holy scriptures are called as the Vedas. There are 4 branches of Vedas. Each Veda is used for different purposes. But here I'm going to do a small chant when we do the invocation. There are certain rules to follow. Is the proper pronunciation, proper intonation. It goes ups and downs. So I'm going to just do a small demo of the prayer to Ganesha, whom we worship as an invocation to remove all the obstacles. The second line says is about the goddess of wisdom. And the third one is a peace prayer, which I'm going to do now on the keyboard. Right? So when we do the chanting, normally we close the eyes to see what is inside and to get connected. All right? So how are we doing with the time? I just finished a little bit out of the 4 hours. So, no, another 4
or 5 more minutes?
Yes. All right, Guru. And then, when we do the Vedic chanting, there is a person who teaches the Vedic chanting. At the same time, he is the one who will read the scriptures called the Bhagavad Gita. He will teach us what is all these 700 verses of the Hindu Bhagavad Gita that we have. By the way, this book will be staying in the church, in the library. You can borrow it and read it. And so he is the teacher called as Guru, Guru. I always say Guru is the teacher, Guru is the preceptor, one who removes all the darkness. Turn on the light, help us to see the brightness in everything. Guru will build the bridge between man and the God with the training of the scriptures. Guide us along with the way to complete the journey of life. Will remove the karma that we did in our previous life. We always believe in the karma. We are here today because we did something good to be born as a human again with all our limbs and the hands and everything that is straightened out. So here I gave the acronym for Guru. Guru is guiding, U for understanding, R for role model, and U for universal. He is the one who is called as Guru. And I have a small song for Guru. By singing that, we will be closing today's presentation. Whoa, my phone. All right. So, Guru is, you can all read with me, Jaya, Guru, Omkara. Om is the one that we did in the beginning. Jaya Jaya, Sadguru, Omkara, Om. Right? The second line says, who is Guru? We consider Guru as Brahma, Vishnu, Sadashiva. Sadashiva means Shiva is everywhere. Sadashiva, Hara Hara, Hara Hara, Mahadeva. Right? So when we sing this, one person will sing and all of the congregation will repeat. There will be chimes and cymbals and the drums and the tambourine. All those are played. And today we are just going to do the keyboard. And I'm going to start the tune. And I will sing and you will all repeat after me. And normally they clap when we are singing. Why do we clap? Because our body is like a tree. When we sit under a tree for a so-called meditation that we want to do, and if the birds are chirping up on the tree, we clap and few birds will fly. When we clap second time, most of the birds will be flown, and the third time, birds will fly. So our body is like the tree. Our mind has all the bad thoughts in the form of the birds. So we want to clap and get the birds out of there. So we'll have room for the Lord inside. Okay? So,
Chandran, if you could be a little closer to the mic.
okay. All right. Good. Jaya Guru Omkara, Jaya Jaya Sadguru Omkara, Om Jaya Guru Omkara, Sadguru Omkara. Are you all able to do that? It's easy, right? Okay, so we'll try again. Go a little faster this time. Jaya Guru Omkara, Sadguru Omkara, Brahma, Vishnu, Sadashiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Sadashiva, Hara 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 Mahadeva, Hara 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 Mahadeva. Beautiful. So this is just a sample. Normally we sing in two speeds and everybody clap and the whole congregation is elevated. And some guys will try 3 times, third speed, and they go there. All right, to conclude our presentation, we go to the few last slides where you see the eye of the person there. Okay, so today we gathered here to learn about, further up. Yeah, there it is. Look at those eyes, scary. All right. So, I'm going to conclude my little presentation exploring the religion, Hindu religion. And put your hand together. You can close your eyes. Let us see the world with the eyes that are opened by the God. Let us serve the world with the hands that are purified by the God. Think globally, act locally. And let us walk through the rest of our life with the feet that are strengthened by the Lord. And thank you all so much for this opportunity. God be with you all. Jai Sai Ram. Hari Om. No more stay.
Thank you so much for this. It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Let's give him a... Well, I thought that we should probably end by leading with love. Not in our hymn books, but I think we all know it. It's a Melanie D'Amour song, and we sang it and performed it at my installation, and so I'm excited about singing this with you. And so I invite you to rise in body and or in spirit, and we will sing together, Lead with Love. And I'll keep my mic on for those that might not know it. But yeah, I'm having trouble reading the little letters. Okay, let's go. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Keep moving on. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other. I dare you to lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I'm scared too, but here I am, right next to you. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Yay, you! You did it. Chip liked that one, he said. He said it was rousing. It's a great song. I invite Pauline up to extinguish our chalice with these words by Michelle Collins. Curiosity brought you here, and now it follows you out. As you step into the rest of your day, notice what makes you lean in, what makes you look twice. May small questions open spacious paths that you may come back and share what you have found. Thank you, Pauline. The light doesn't want to go out. It's a good Unitarian. It doesn't do what it's told. I'd like to thank everyone for being here in person or online. Again, thank you, Chandra, for being with us. And that was great. I really loved it. And to thank all of you online that have joined us and in the future, and the tech team and slides. There's so much that happens to put this service together. Thank you, Karen, for your wonderful music, as always. And as we go, I offer you these words of benediction. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. Things can break, and things can be mended, but not with time, as they say, with intention. So I invite you to go and love intentionally, and love extravagantly, and above all, love unconditionally. For the broken world waits in darkness for you your light that dwells within. Go in peace, gentle people. Go in peace. And I invite you to form a weird circle, and I invite you to join us. And if you are new here, they're going to try to hold your hand, and you don't have to if you don't want to. Would you like to hold my hand, Etta? Deep dive into our principles is right after in the boardroom. Thank you. Not immediately, he says. Okay.